Everybody, I know that you are all pumped up and excited to continue solving with these nifty angle properties we talked about when parallel lines are sliced by a transversal. So we have example 6 and 7 here, which will be solving for x, as well as the angles containing x. So don't forget, in geometry, you're not necessarily done when you find x. So I'm going to try to zoom in and get real close and personal with this example 6. Example 6 is our bestie, so we need to get along with it, right? Alright, so in order to solve with these nifty angle pairs, we have to know what type of angle pairs we're dealing with to know the comparison between the angles. Are the angles congruent? Are they supplementary? Those are our only options when we have these angle pairs that are created by parallel lines cut by a transversal. Okay, so I'm going to trace over each of these angles to see if I can figure out what angle pair is going on right now. Okay, so I'm going to trace over this angle. Alright, and then I'm going to trace over the other angle. And what letter are we seeing, you guys? Do you see a magical letter appear? It does kind of form the Z shape, doesn't it? Do you guys see the Z? It's kind of a Z or an S shape, right? Okay, so this is forming the kind of Z or kind of S looking shape. And what kinds of angles create that shape? They are alternate interior angles. See, these are alternate interior angles. Angles. And alternate interior angles are congruent. So when I'm solving, I know they're congruent, which means they are equal in measure. So that's going to help me when I solve. So if these two are congruent, how do you guys think I would set up this problem? You would just set them equal to each other. This angle's the same measure as this one. That means that the measures are equal. Okay, so this is 60 degrees. Be careful, that's a degree, not 600. 60 degrees and 8x minus 4. So I'm going to set these bad boys equal to each other, solve for x, and that will allow me to solve for the angle containing x. Okay, if these are congruent, technically I know what the angle is already. I know that the angle is 60 degrees. Alright, but it doesn't hurt to check when we solve for x. If we substitute our x back in, it doesn't hurt to check to see that we got the right answer. If we don't get the right answer, that means we did something wrong and we need to correct our work. Okay, so we know that 60 equals 8x minus 4 because alternate interior angles are congruent. Alright guys, let's start solving this thing for our x. Okay, so I need to move negative 4 to the other side, which the way I do that is by adding 4 on both sides, which 60 plus 4 is 64, and negative 4 plus 4 cancels and turns to 0. So now I'm left with 8x equals 64, or 64 equals 8x. All right, guys, we're so close to solving for x, but I need to move this 8 to the other side. How do we move this 8 to the other side? You would divide because the 8 is secretly multiplying. Okay, so we're going to divide both sides by 8. 8 divided by 8 cancels and turns to 1, and 64 divided by 8 is 8. So we end up with x equals 8. Nice. But we're not done. It says find the measure of the angle containing the x, which technically I know it should be 60 when I get done. So let's just double check. It doesn't hurt to check, right? I'm going to double check. I'm going to substitute my x back in right here to see if I get 60 degrees or not. Let's see what happens. So I'm going to have 8 times my x, which is 8, minus the 4. So this is 8x minus 4, and I transform my x into an 8. All right, 8 times 8 is 64, and 64 minus 4 is 60 degrees. Holy hot dog, we got it right. Wasn't that fun, you guys? So the next 3 examples are very similar to this one. So if you think you've got this one, you're like, I got this under control, Miss Long. I don't need your help anymore. Well, guess what? It does not hurt my feelings, and I actually want you to try the next couple on your own if you think you have it. All right, guys, well, I had so much fun helping you guys with that problem. So thank you for allowing me the pleasure of helping you with 2 parallel lines cut by a transversal. It was awesome.